Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Sorry I'm today, guys. Had to take care of a bit of business. That's hard to know. So I'm back in full effect. Of course, guys, I'm going to be dealing in this for all the Arsenal transfer news, guys. This is the Old School Gunner transfer day live. I'm also talking about, of course, the big news today, guys. Lionel Messi is not getting another contract at FC Barcelona, guys. He's a free agent on a free transfer. He's going to be looking for a new guys, leaving FC Barcelona after 17 years at the Camp Nou, guys. Incredible story, guys. Actually, what happens that the whole fact, guys, reason for that is because of the financial fair rules, guys. He had accepted the pay cut to get paid 50% of what he was getting paid because he could have stayed. He wanted to stay at Camp Nou. Unfortunately for him, guys, worked out, guys. A real pity for him. Yeah, I put out 2 videos about it last night, guys. If you want to check those out on my channel. Basic news coming in is that Cristiano Ronaldo has issued Lionel Messi a challenge. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about him, guys, being who's the greatest of all time. In my opinion, neither of them. But anyway, that's a discussion for another day, guys. There's been so many good players out there, it's very hard to pick who's been the best in the world. But of course, I would go for the Pele. Pele was a magician, not an animal. Anyway, guys, just crack. I'm going to talk about that, guys. The whole situation, Lionel Messi leaving FC Barcelona. It comes as a surprise to everybody, guys, that he's actually leaving the club. Yeah, but what do you make of it, guys? You think he might come to Arsenal? Reports coming in, or he's going to go to PSG, guys, Paris Saint-Germain. He's going to go to Manchester City. Of course, City have just got Grealish. If they got Messi too. If I was Messi myself, I'd head over to the United States. I'd go playing for David Beckham's team, into Miami. Miami's a great team. I'm there. Florida's a place. I'd definitely go there if I was him and live it up, get a nice bit of money, a relaxed pace towards the end of his career, and enjoy life a little. The United States, Florida in particular, is a great place. I'm definitely settled there. And of course, with Spanish-speaking guys, Miami is just full of people from Latin America, guys, full of people from South America. If I was Messi, I would go there. But yeah, like I said, guys, he's leaving FC Barcelona after 17 years, guys. He's only ever been with the one club. He's won 10 league titles, guys, 4 Champions League. He's been World Player of the Year too many times to count, but 10 league titles and 4 Champions League, guys. Not a bad haul at all, guys. 10 times champions. I mean, say no more about it. All right, guys, let's crack on. Welcome to Arsenal. What happening yesterday, guys, in the transfer world? Grealish moving to Manchester City, guys, the big one. 100 million. Crazy. On top of that, news about Lionel Messi. Wow, that was incredible news as well, guys. Messi leaving Barcelona. I'm on that actually long, guys. Something interesting. I'll come back to that later on, guys. It was also great yesterday. School Gunner news day. I was on, guys, talking about ex-Arsenal player Kevin Campbell has discussed transfers, guys. Tammy Abraham was being spoken about by Kevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell is convinced that Arsenal tried to get Tammy Abraham signed. He's been saying that, listen, for £30 million, he's 23, he did a great job at Arsenal. Arsenal fans being snubs. Why are we running our nose up at him? That's what Kevin Campbell has been saying. Kevin Campbell said that Abraham is a similar type of striker to what Campbell was like when Campbell played at Arsenal. If that's the case, guys, then we definitely take him, because Kevin Campbell was not that good. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you this. He wasn't that good as a guys. Never made an impression on me. And I remember him as a player. Never thought much of him as a player. So if Tammy Abraham is the same as Kevin Campbell, we definitely shouldn't go for him, guys. If he said the same as Ian Wright, or if Ian Wright came out and said something, I'd pay more attention to what Ian Wright would say, to be honest, than what Kevin Campbell would say. There you have it, guys. I'm telling it straight. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I need a good captain, in my opinion. So for him to take Tammy Abraham is the same thing. I know the reason why I'm going to go for him, guys, regardless of price. So there you have it, guys. I tell it straight. You know what I mean? Simple as. The other forwards out there is Martinez. Yeah. I would definitely go for Martinez. I have Tammy Abraham. Yesterday when I was discussing Abraham, guys. A lot of people, of course, have differing opinions on what we could do with him. Would he settle in or not? Of course, we have to get rid of a striker, I think. Yeah, my Arsenal old school gunner transfer did live yesterday, guys. The club actually big onto Tammy Abraham at the moment are at Atalanta in Italy. They could be selling their current striker to Inter Milan. So at Atalanta in Italy, guys, in Serie A, they're well there, guys, and they're looking to sell their striker. Which is what a lot of people say is going to happen. Then they're bring in Kevin Campbell thinks he put up a great argument, guys, but when he compares him to him, he's not that good a player, in my opinion. Yeah. Where the club is at the moment is the perfect signing. I think we Tammy Abraham. I think we can do better than him. What are your thoughts on Abraham, guys? That is definitely a player that we get. It looks like Chelsea are going to get Lukaku by the looks of it, especially what we saw yesterday with the transfer moves. Should Arsenal move in and try to get it done for Tammy Abraham? Arsenal had a bid rejected for Joachim Carrera. Now, guys, he plays for Lazio in the Serie A. He's 26. He had a good season last season. 11 goals and 6 assists for Lazio in 38 appearances. He also won the Copa America with Argentina, guys. Reports, it's only just coming up now, that Arsenal did 20 million euros, 17 million pounds, guys, for Korea. But it was turned down, guys, by Lazio. They're looking for around 30 million pounds, guys, which is about 25.7 million euros, guys. Will Arsenal return and try to make another bid, guys, or is this deal dead in the water? I would love to find out what they're thinking over there with Arsenal. He's a forward, of course, guys. He can play central, he can play out wide, as all forwards nowadays seem to be able to do, are expected to do. Will Arsenal return back and try to get this deal done, or is this deal dead in the water? Everton are supposed to be interested now in the possibility of signing Correa. But interesting that Arsenal put a bid in for him, and that bid was rejected, guys. Of course, the big one is still James Maddison, guys. I know we're talking about it every single day, guys. I know, I can't help it, but it is news every single day, guys. The quotes yesterday from Brendan Rodgers, guys, it's getting tossed at him every single time. They have a friendly, and again was no exception. He was asked about him again, and these are Brendan Rodgers' quotes, guys, when asked about will Maddison stay at Leicester. His quotes were, "I believe so." Remember that, guys. I believe so. Not 100%, guys, that he's definitely staying. I believe so. I haven't been told anything to say he wouldn't be. He's happy in training. He's working very hard. He's just recently become a father, so responsibility off the pitch as well. Clearly, there's gossip and speculation that goes around, especially this time of year. But James is a very important member of our squad here, right? So, and make of that what you will, guys. For me, when you hear managers say, "I believe so," that means to me they're not 100% sure, guys. They're otherwise they'll come out and say he's not for sale, he's going nowhere. 100% he's staying. He's not saying that, guys. So Madison hasn't come any years, guys. He's not come out. players sometimes can put these rumours to bed, guys. They can come out and say, sorry, I'm flattered by the interest at Arsenal, but I'm very happy here at Leicester and I'm staying. That indicates that there's still a lot going on behind the scenes. That indicates that Brendan Rodgers knows that Arsenal are interested and that Bill could come in at any stage. It's going to run, guys. I know I keep saying it. It's going to run and run and run until this window closes. Are Arsenal going to have what it takes to pull off James Maddison? It's really interesting to see, guys. Or will they go back for Osama War? Speaking to Campbell yesterday, Osama War said it's a no-brainer. Why are Arsenal not moving for Osama War? Last season, over 50-odd million. Now he's only 25 million. You could get him for much cheaper and easier to get done than Maddison. And just as talented, guys. Why don't Arsenal get this one done, guys? A lot of fans are a bit frustrated about that. They don't understand it. Remember, it still could be that Arsenal move in for Osama War. I think with this options that Arsenal are looking at, I think the three options to me in this position are balling down to Maddison, War, and Odegaard. I think once they know the definite position on Odegaard, then I think it's going to be down to Maddison and War. It looks to me that the preference is Maddison. But if that's too difficult to get done, they might go back to War. That's if nobody else in the meantime goes in the transfer and gets War. There's been rumours about Liverpool, guys. There's a lot of very careful movements, brinksmanship, different manoeuvres that has to be done this time in the transfer window because a player that you have your heart set on, you could lose that player, guys. A player that you really want to get, like Maddison, might just be over your reach, guys, if you go for plan B. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how it all pans out, guys. I was talking about this earlier, guys. I was talking about the Messi thing. You know about Messi, guys, unless you're on another planet, you would have seen that Messi has left FC Barcelona. Really, guys, a ridiculous situation. I think they have their outlay on players' wages is so mad. It just made it impossible financial rules actually to play. Incredible. It's just so mad, guys, that they just under La Liga rules cannot afford to get Messi his new contract. And that's even with him taking a 50% pay, guys. So Messi has officially left Barcelona. And now, does this mean that he's gone? There's a lot of rumours that he could go to PSG. There's been links linking him to Man City. Although how are they going to sign it out that they sign Grealish? Sign Harry Kane. Okay, that player's there. Player, whatever I remember his name. And what's going to happen, guys? Honestly, I don't think Barcelona would like to get Messi back, guys. I don't think that's the end of it. I think it's up to Harry Kane to decide what's he going to do. Lionel Messi, I think he's going to go back to Barcelona. Looking at Barcelona, I mean, this is an opportunity right now for Arsenal and every other club really to really do business in Barcelona. And you could really rate Barcelona. You really want Messi to stay. You could really rate Barcelona, some of the players they've got. First of all, the one that we've been looking at has been Dest, the right back. He doesn't want to leave Barca, guys. The situation that they're in and the desperate form. This is where Arsenal get aggressive. Say it to Barcelona. We want Dest. We give like 20 million for Dest. We need a right back, and we get it done. The opportunity is there now because they are vulnerable. They're in a position where they have to sell. Ansu Fati, another player. Look, they wouldn't want to sell him, but they might have to if they want to keep Messi. He'd be a lot of money. Look at some of the other players that might be available. There's Griezmann. All right, the wages for him are ridiculous. Coutinho is available. Samuel Umtiti. I know he's been very injury prone, guys, but you get him for next to nothing. And they'd be so desperate to get him off the wage bill, guys. Pjanic, Ousmane Dembele, Clement Lenglet. And for Neto, we've been linked Neto a lot, guys. Some of these players are really out of our reach. Financially, Griezmann, for example, I know Arsenal will be moving for Griezmann. He's 30 now, ridiculous wages, Dembele, injury prone. But I definitely think like a Serginho Dest, just what Arsenal need in the right back position. We're desperate for a right back, guys. We've seen Hector Bellerin once out. Chambers is a makeshift right back. Cedric, Dest would be perfect. Now is the time to pounce. Barcelona, I don't think the Messi thing is over yet. I think they're still desperate to try and get players off their books so that they can make way to make the money, to have the wages to pay, to have the money to pay Messi's wages. They can bring him back before the end of the window. But let's see if Arsenal do that, because Dest has been one of the ones they've really been interested with, guys. It would be really interesting to see how this whole saga pans out, guys. Just goes to show, guys, you have to run your transfer business properly, guys. Even if you're a big club like Barcelona, they have just basically over the years spent like whatever, and now it's caught up on them, guys. It happens to a lot of Spanish clubs, hence why they wanted a Super League. A lot to think of there, guys. Just gonna put down, please smash that like video. Please subscribe to my channel, Skool. I'm dropping a couple of things, so I'd like to build that up again. Keep it going, guys. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's have a little look now and see what's going on. Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit, guys, about our Usamara, about Saliba. Why did we let these guys go, guys? Our can leave and Saliba wanted to move, guys. Yeah. Listen, it's like that, guys. It's been a tough transfer window so far. To be honest, with the players we've signed and the way things are looking, like we're playing Brentford now, guys, on the 13th, and today is the 6th. We've got 7 days, guys, okay, till the start of the league. Okay, we have a bit of time until the end of the transfer season, guys. We have at least another 3 weeks at the end of the transfer season, and to the end of the transfer window. That's ending on the 31st of August, guys. It's now the 6th of August, so we have a bit of time, like 3.5 weeks. Just in the in 7 days, and the signings we made, for me, it's not good enough. We should already have more players at the club ready to go. The fact that we kept Granit Xhaka, I think, to be honest, that's an easy way out. It's an easy option for Arteta. He obviously rates the player in his own mind. How he can rate him, I don't know. I think a lot of Arsenal fans can never understand that. Arteta obviously rates Granit Xhaka, but Xhaka's not up to much, guys. He's not a good player. He's not talented. Nothing going for him. Deluded, big ego, very limited talent. He always leaves us open, guys. He always makes mistakes in dangerous areas. The way he played for Switzerland at the Euros was good, okay, but he never plays like that for Arsenal. Okay? And let's be honest about that. Regardless of what the Arteta fanboys think and the Xhaka fanboys think, all this trust the process rubbish, I would dismiss that out of hand, guys. So maybe now Xhaka was just an easy bit of business for Arteta to keep him at the club, you know. We haven't done enough in the transfer market, guys, and the league starts is just 7 days away to Brentford. Then we have Chelsea home, then we have Man City away. It's not going to be that easy for us, guys. It's going to be a difficult start, in my opinion. Yeah, what can I say, guys? Let's just get into it now. Let's talk a little bit about Usman and Sabi. Let's talk goes on, guys. Okay. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, it's not been a good transfer so far, guys. Okay, we got Ben White. Okay, we got Sammy Lakonga. Okay, we got Tavares. But, guys, definitely, we should have been done more in the transfer window. Man City have now got Grealish, guys. We're not ready for the start of the season, in my opinion, guys. We have a lot of kids playing in those preseason friendlies. I just know at the 31st of the 8th, guys, you know what I mean? Hopefully, at that time, we'll be announcing some players. You know what I mean? Arsenal have been doing this for years, guys. Big up to everybody that sent their comments into yesterday and today. All the people talking about Lionel Messi, did you hear that he hasn't renewed his contract? I have heard that, guys. Are we ready, guys, is what I want to know. Are we ready for the new season, guys? What do you think? One of the players we've been linked to has been Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan. But this deal, this possible deal, is really complicated at the moment, guys. The fact that we spoke about it this morning on Transfer Daily, it's like I spoke about it again on Transfer Daily. It's like a domino effect, guys. Now, Inter Milan and Frazio Romano, if they sell Lukaku, not selling Lautaro Martinez, they can't. Because if they sell Lukaku, they'll have Martinez a transfer around set at the possibility of Lukaku going to Chelsea. If Lukaku goes to Chelsea, the Martinez thing will be off. But what do you think, guys? Would that be a good signing for you guys? What do you think, guys? I know people are going to kind of go off and I say no, that he's crap, he's not good for Arsenal. But I wouldn't mind Tammy, guys. I think he could do us a job. Take Tammy Abraham, but not at 40 million. Reports are going on that it's gone to 30 million. Just take a little bit of water there. Kind of hot here. Tammy Abraham, guys, at 30 million, I think he could be on for the club. But I do know it's not everything. Now, give me your number and a name. It's here in front. I'd love to hear it. I'll see if we got Tammy Abraham. I think Nketiah would have to go for his own good. If he doesn't want to sign a contract, Arsenal, we might as well sell him. Otherwise, he'll be sitting in the reserves. He needs to get on with his career. Yeah. If he wants to go, you gotta find a buyer, guys. Pays wages. This is the problem we have with a lot of players. It is the wages. The wages a lot of these players are on. That really makes it difficult for us to get rid of some of these players and to sell some of these players. That's what Edu was there for, though, guys. Oh, we are skint. Unrealistic hopes for some of these players. What do Arsenal want for Ainsley Maitland? Nketiah. Easy 2025 for Ashley Maitland, nice guys. And I think really he would be a good signing, guys, for Sunderland. He is a good footballer. Unfortunately, I've been frustrated with it because the right back position for Arsenal is up. Why doesn't he buckle down and play in that position? I just couldn't understand why he doesn't do that, guys. Yeah. I want to get short up playing on these guys. Houssem Aouar. Now, he's another player that's in the transfer window. And we tried to buy him last season. And then we changed our mind. He was there for £55 million. He's available now, guys. £25 million. It was interesting to see the quotes coming from his coach today. His coach, the coach of Lille, was asked about Houssem Aouar. Do you think Leon would sell him? His quote, or he can leave. This is modern football. Up until the last moment, he can leave. So, for you guys out there, the Arsenal make a move for him. For me, 150 million%, guys. Arteta could have done with that player last season. Arteta wanted him last season. Why doesn't he want him this season when the price is less than half, guys, than what it was? He's a great talent to our. He's not coming in at 70 million, guys. You can get him for 25, and you still have money then, guys, to go and get Abraham. And I get rid of. I don't like this term of deadwood when we're talking about football players. They're not deadwood, but players that are surplus to requirements. You could then go and buy a right back and a keeper. You just know what Arsenal are going to do. They're going to try and nick away. It's just, you know, they should get Aouar, 25 million. He's a talent, you know, and as a player, you know, he's a good footballer. Guys, it's like that. If we're selling Willock, guys, and some other players, we could go for Maddison and Aouar. We also need a right back ASAP, guys. I was talking about Willock earlier, guys. I was talking about him yesterday in my live stream. I saw it. He could be this season's Martinez. Of course, the player now has gone to Newcastle, guys, for 25 million. A player that can do what he can do in midfield is quite a rare commodity, guys. We had to sell him, guys. We're getting 25 million. Is Joe Willock going to bring anything to Arsenal's first team, guys? If the answer was yes, then you don't sell him. Then you get other people out the door first. But because they sold him, they obviously, I hope they're not selling him for the wrong reasons. All right, guys. I just had someone come in there. Warren's team talk is here, guys. Live. If you saw, guys, we did a collaboration on Old School Gunner fan camp. We did a collaboration like 2 days ago, guys. So check that out. Warren has his own channel, of course, guys. Check him out on YouTube, guys. This is the channel, guys. Warren's Team Talk. You see it there. And check him out on Instagram, guys. Warren's Team Talk. Do yourselves a favor, guys. He's a football fan, a gooner, lifelong fan of the AFC, guys, for a long time, guys. Knows when I say that, guys. Decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. You know what I mean? Before I was even thought of, guys, Warren was there in the stands cheering on the AFC. So, welcome to the show, Warren. Nice to have you back. Hope everything's going well with you. Sorry about the late live stream, guys. You know, I had a few things to do with myself, but I'm here now, guys, and I'm doing the business, and I'm bearing the unbearable heat of Venezuela to bring the show to you. I got my water bottle, guys, so don't worry about it. But what do you all think about that, guys, what I was just talking about? What do you think about the whole Joe Willock to Newcastle situation? I mean, obviously, he wasn't saying that in the future, guys. Otherwise, we would have told of him. He had a great season last season alone at Newcastle, guys. Terrific finish, guys. Incredible goals, incredible field play. Like I said, he's halfway through the season, was struggling. So if I don't call him back, get him back playing for us. He was on loan, and we own him. Arsenal own the player. Get him back and get him playing for us, guys, because he was in top form. His strength, guys, is what surprised me. He got so strong in that season. You see what happens when a player gets regular football, guys? I think there's a lot of players at Arsenal that aren't used, guys. Nketiah, Balogun, Maitland-Niles. I mean, if they get regular games, guys, if they get regular time to play, they'll all develop. There can be no excuse in the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, guys, in the form he's in. But in fairness, he's not picking himself for the team. Arteta is picking him. Arteta's got to wise up. I don't want to see Aubameyang in the starting 11 against Brentford, guys. And I mean serious. If Gabriel Martinelli is back, play Martinelli alongside Lacazette. If Martinelli's not back, play Eddie Nketiah. If there's something wrong with Nketiah, play Balogun. Aziz. Guys like that. They're hungry, guys. They're champing at the bit. And they can last 90 minutes. These guys are young and fit. And they know where the goal is. Eddie Nketiah, for example, not in fancy, guys, but he puts the ball in. You know what I mean? Low and hard into the corner. Okay, every goal is a goal, guys. And I have no problem with that. If Aubameyang is in the same form that he's in, guys, we shouldn't be playing him against Brentford. Let's see what happens on Sunday, guys. On Sunday, we have that friendly away to Tottenham Hotspur. Let's see what happens in that. As you can see, Harry Kane is going back to training tomorrow, guys. And he says he's raring up for the game. Yeah, I'd be raring up for the game too if I was relaxing at home for a week or two, you know what I mean? All the other guys that have been training, that gives him the right to start before them when they've been going to training regularly, and he hasn't bothered turning up. But look, Kane is probably going to start, guys. So let's see how our new defence deals with him. Let's see what Ben White's got in his pocket for him. You see Arsenal got a boost, guys, about our defender Gabriel. That is over in Tokyo, I think it's with the Brazilian team. Of course, Brazil have made the final, guys, and on Sunday, they play against Spain in the final, guys, the Olympic football final. Obviously, then himself and Gabriel Martinelli are not going to feature for Arsenal, guys. Hopefully, all the best to them. They'll win that, guys. But when they come back, we're going to have to do something with them, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing them play. I'm looking forward to see our defender Gabriel team up with Ben White. But on Sunday, guys, how do you see that game going? You think it's going to be a good game for Arsenal, or you think we're going to struggle in the game? Yeah, a lot will depend on that, guys. If Aubameyang is back in form in that game, maybe we can start him against Brentford. To be honest, I wouldn't start him against Brentford at all. His form has been patchy. He's not playing well, guys. I mean, we need to play the players that are in form, guys. We can't be playing guys that are out of form. He should really be out of favour with Arteta now. I mean, you can't say that you have to start him. He's worth the goal. Now, guys, the way he's finishing, and it's a Premier League game we're playing in a week, guys, and it's 3 points up for grabs. And we need to get off to the best possible start because we've got Chelsea and City coming up. I'm not going to be trusting the process for 7 or 8 games until we click. The team needs to be training now all the time together and getting used to it, getting used to each other. The team needs to go, guys, and just be themselves, and everyone play to their ability, and that's all there is about it. But like I said, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, guys, he's not been at the races. What do you think out there, Warren? Would you play Aubameyang this season? I know he's worth goals, maybe. He's playing very badly. I mean, he's not in form, and that's right. He's not at the races, guys. He's not doing the business. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Warren for tuning in. I'm just going to crack on again with this, guys, and we'll see what happens. James Maddison, guys, I'm going to talk about him a little bit. I would be absolutely delighted if we could get that player, guys. The thing about James Maddison is, guys, Brendan Rodgers was asked about James Maddison, guys, today, and asked about, is there a possibility of him moving to Arsenal? Brendan Rodgers, guys, I'll give you this, guys. He was staying at anything to say won't be. He's happy in training, working very hard. He's just become a father, so he has responsibility off the pitch. There's gossip and speculation that goes around, especially at this time of year. James is a very important member of our squad and a talented player. His season was disrupted last year with injury, so hopefully this year he can show that he's the real top player that he is. Does this say to you that Arsenal are wasting their time in trying to get the player, guys? For me, it means the player is available. If we can come in with the right bid, guys, we'll get it done. It's not like what Arteta said with Xhaka. He's 100% staying. He said he believes the player is staying. We got to remember, guys, the Leicester manager, guys, he does speak a little bit of, Abidal Balani, you know what I mean, as we say in Ireland. He speaks a bit of Balani. So I wouldn't believe a word that came out of his mouth, guys. Look at their transfer dealings, guys. Leicester are a business, not a football club. If Arsenal come up with the money, we'll get the player. Obviously, guys, he had a very bad injury for Leicester, guys. I feel sorry for him, guys. They're going to need a defender. I tell you, I saw somebody was saying to me that they're going to offer money for Tierney. Leicester are going to offer money for Tierney. I immediately blocked the person, guys. We should use the reported 100 million on Martinez and OR. Supposedly Stan Kroenke is giving Mikel Arteta 100 million, guys, and we could use them for that. All right, guys, Warren is in the house. Nice to have you back, my friend. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. It's coming a regular thing here with me now. Sorry I was late coming online, guys. Back, Warren. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. Stan Kroenke has reportedly given 100 guys to Mikel Arteta. We could go for Martin and Awar. But do you honestly believe that there was reported 100 Kroenke, guys? They're talking about some of these targets, guys. Maddison. Lautaro Martinez, guys, a striker we need badly. If Chelsea get Lukaku, guys, like it looks possible. It looks like that's possible, guys. It's like a domino effect, guys. I honestly don't think Inter are going to go let Lukaku go and Arsenal target Martinez. If Chelsea get Lukaku, guys, I don't think we have a chance with Martinez. That's all the way about it. Chelsea, guys, they're still haunting us to this day. Warren's Team Talk. All right, guys, like I said, check out his YouTube channel, guys. That's the name of the channel, Warren's Team Talk. He's a lifelong Gooner. Been supporting the club 1970 since 1972, if I have that right, guys. I wasn't even twinkling in my dad's eye at that point. That was a dream, guys. So yeah, being an Arsenal fan, guys, and he loves when I do this, guys. Guys, for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. But not, guys, not since Spurs have won the league, guys. You know what I mean? He hasn't been supporting Arsenal as long as since Spurs have won the league, guys. That was back in the time of black and white TV. Dinosaurs were still roaming the earth. So not quite as long as that, guys, but decades and decades and decades and decades as an Arsenal fan. So he knows what he's talking about. I had him on my live stream. I had him on my old Skool Gunner fan cam. Check it out on my channel, guys. It was a very interesting chat. The man knows his football, guys. He knows Arsenal Football Club from head to toe, guys. There's not much you can tell him about it. He's been there. He's done that. You know what I mean? He's seen it, guys. You know what I mean? So let's see. Comment from Warren. Let's see what Arsenal's recruitment team do now. I'm not confident, guys. Yeah, I'm not confident myself, Warren. I honestly think, like I said, I would not start, like, regardless of the recruitment and this and that and the other. It's 7 days till the first league game. It seems to me like the team haven't had enough time even playing with each other, getting used to each other, getting used to the new team before the season starts. The game against Brentford, guys, our first game of the season is away to Brentford on August the 13th. So exactly a week from now, guys, Friday week. I honestly think it's going to be a seriously hard game. I would not start Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and I'm serious about that. He's not at the races, guys. They're going to go at us from the start, guys, Brentford, and they're going to really have a goal. I can see it. They're going to really pick us apart at the start. We have to be careful, and they're going to be well up for it. All the managers now are telling them, Arsenal have a soft centre. Just get stuck in, they cause some problems. The defence for me, even though we have Ben White, is shaky. And remember now, guys, we're not going to have Gabriel. Yeah? Gabriel is not going to be alongside Ben White. He's in Tokyo, guys, at the Olympic, because on the same day we're playing this Sunday, we're playing... this Sunday, Brazil are playing Spain, guys. I honestly don't think he's going to be back in time to play that game. But we'll see. He's definitely not going to be at the Spurs game, of course, because the Olympic final against Spain is on the same day. So we'll see about that, guys. Here we go. Warren has been supporting our team since 1972, lads. That wasn't yesterday. You know what I mean? This one, I don't know. Can I put this up and I'm going to anywhere? I remember seeing Sammy Nelson bearing his Arsenal in front of the North Bank. Good times. Good times. You know what I mean? That's how you let the opposition know where they stand. You show your bare naked ass to the world, to the whole North Bank. There in Islington. How would you like it? Loads of women there. Good times, good times. But what do you think about Sunday, Warren? What do you think about the match against Tottenham? I know it's only a pre-season friendly, but we really need to play our full strength 11 to get them ready for the game against Brentford. I mean, that game on Sunday is 5 days until our first Premier League match. We really need to play the full strength team that's going to start against Brentford and give them that game to get into it and to get used to each other's games. Of course, we can't play Gabriel, like I said. He's over in Tokyo. He's in the Olympic final on the same day with Brazil against Spain. Our defender and, of course, our striker, Gabriel Martinelli. Those two guys were involved, guys. Wish them the best of luck in that final against Spain. Going to be a very, very hard game, guys. And they're going to be up against an Arsenal target, Real Madrid striker, Marco Asensio. He, of course, scored in the Olympic semi-final against Japan, guys, to break Japan hearts and to book Spain their place in the final. And it's going to be interesting, guys. But like I said, on Sunday, we need to play our full-strength team as close as possible. That's going to start the game against Brentford. Get them in there. Yeah, it has to be like that. They need to get used to playing with each other, guys, before the match. The Brentford match is going to be a competitive game, guys. We can't read the process for the first 7 games of the season, like I said, and hope we pick up as many points as we can and see from there. We need to win. We need points. There's no doubt that Chelsea and City are on the corner. Guys, we'll be Chelsea. I can't see us beating a competitive game. I honestly don't think we've got the wherewithal to beat them. I don't think we have a prayer against their team. And I'm being serious now, guys. I honestly think they're going to dominate the game from start to finish and they're going to beat us. And it's going to be very hard for us in that game, guys. And that's me being positive about it. City are light years ahead of us, guys. And it's going to be a very hard game. Maybe we can fight and battle against Chelsea and rescue something out of the game. But City, their level of football, guys, is way beyond ours. And when they start moving the ball in the midfield, guys, they're very comfortable in the backs. They've got a very solid goalkeeper. And they have real menace threat up front. But as soon as they start moving the ball into channels, guys, they get a hold of the ball in the midfield. If it takes 10 minutes, if it takes 20 minutes, you will see, guys, we're going to go out with a whimper. We're not going to be able to match that. We're not going to be able to hold them. We can't hold them. You know what I mean? All or nothing, just go out in the attack. Playing defensively, it's only a matter of time, guys, before one of those passes they tread through. In, guys. All they need is just one correct pass that they play. Lovely balls in, guys. Lovely pass. Feeding the front players. It's going to be a tough game for us, guys. Warren, in with a comment, guys. He thinks it's going to be a full team strength as well. It needs to be a full strength team. Like I said, apart from Gabriel, who for me is going to be the first choice partner, Ben White in the centre of the defence. Like I said, he can't make the game, guys. But apart from that, I'm serious. I wouldn't start the Aubameyang, guys. I would not start the Aubameyang against Brentford. People say it's like a goal having him on the team. You know, you're one up. He's not been doing the business, guys. He's playing very badly. I wouldn't put any faith in him at all. And I'm just talking about him as a player, guys. I'm not picking on the guy personally. He's done it for us, guys, a couple of times. He has not a bad season. But for me, I would not play Aubameyang in the league game, guys. I would not play him against Brentford. No way, guys, would I play him. He's not worthy of the position, guys. I would play Lacazette and Ketia. I would play Ketia and Balogun. Maybe I would give Aziz a game. These guys are young, hungry, and fit, guys. They want to play. They want to do the business. And they can run, guys. They can last 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Imperative views. Nice to have you back, Imperative views. Yeah, Bartemu should be in jail. Okay. What exactly is that about? And who is Bartemu? I don't mean to sound ignorant now, but I don't actually know who that is. If you could clear that up for me, Imperative views, and everyone else out there, anyone knows who that is apart from Imperative views, let me know in the comments, guys, and I'll put it up. Warren's team talk. For me, the starting lineup should be Leno, Cedric right back, Gabriel and White, Tierney left back. Then midfield, El Neni, Ashley Maitland-Niles, ESR. Okay. We'll wait till the rest of it. Imperative views. I wouldn't play Aubameyang either. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad you agree with me, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you like watching the live stream. Not the break in between talking about Arsenal Imperative views, but what do you think about the whole Lionel Messi situation leaving Barcelona? The man has only played with one club professionally his whole life, 17 years at Barcelona. I was reading that Cristiano Ronaldo has issued him a challenge. Come to Italy, play for an Italian team, and see can you do something with the team there like Ronaldo did. Or switch clubs and see can you win something in another country with another club apart from Barcelona. Interesting stuff, guys. I mean, a lot of people always discussing it, I think is the nice way to say it, guys. A lot of people always discussing it. Who is the actual better player, guys? Who is the greatest of all time? Yeah. It's open for conjecture, guys. It's open for discussion. There's been so many good football players down through the years, guys. I wouldn't just limit it to the two of those guys in respects to them. Football is a different game now, guys, than it used to be before. And who knows what's to come, guys. In the past, I mean, you always say about the greatest players and the greatest goals ever scored. That's the greatest goals caught on camera, guys. There's been many, many goals that haven't been. Here we go. Warren with the rest of the team. Saka, Martinelli, Pepe. Okay, so Warren would play, guys. He would have Leno, Cedric and right back, Gabriel and White, Tierney left back. He would have El Neni, Ashley Maitland-Niles and Emile Smith-Rowe. Up front, you have Saka, Martinelli, Pepe. I'll go with the forward line. Maitland-Niles and Emile Smith-Rowe, not bad. The defence, I agree with. The forwards, I agree with. The only one I want to play is El Neni, in respects to Warren. I'm not a fan of that player, but it's a good starting 11. And definitely the fact that we don't play Aubameyang up front is a real bonus. Bartomeu is former Barcelona president who ruined Barcelona's finances. Due to him, the wage bill of Barca is overloaded and thus Messi is leaving. Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up in prayer reviews. I appreciate it. I thought it was something to do with Barcelona, all right, but I wasn't gonna, try and second guess it. Yeah, I think I don't know that I read it correctly. Maybe I was dreaming, but what I could read yesterday is I think they owe 1.2 billion. They're 1.2 billion in debt. Barcelona have 1.2 billion in debt, guys. Yeah. I don't know that I read that correctly. It seems like a hell of a lot, but yeah. This is going back maybe 10, 15 years where they accrued so much debt. But it's 1.2 billion is what I read. So crazy stuff going on there, guys. I had to read it 2 or 3 times to make sure I actually did read it correctly. There was a lot of zeros on there, guys. But yeah, it looks like they're actually 1.2 billion in debt, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. Thank you for that, Imperials. It's a good point. I don't think anyone out there realized that. I definitely didn't. Obviously, the way things have been run, guys, obviously just to keep up with the Joneses, they will spend their money like there was no tomorrow. But the wage bill is definitely incredible, and their debt, like I said, guys, is rumored to be 1.2 billion. Warren again, Don Diego Maradona, no debate. Greatest player of all time. I'd have to agree with that. I'm a big fan of Diego Maradona. God rest his soul. Sad news when he passed away. I'm not talking about the guy politically, guys, his private life, because I know he did some stuff that was, and he sided with a few people that no one would side with. But as a football player, guys, that's what I'm talking about. For a football purist, it's hard to look beyond Diego Maradona, guys. Absolute powerhouse. You can look at the titles he's won, guys. You can look at the trophies he's won. Obviously, he doesn't come close to Messi and his 10 league titles and his 4 Champions Leagues. But Messi, he had the support of a lot of players around him. Maradona, he did it all on his own, guys, because he had to. He dragged Argentina kicking and screaming to 2 finals, guys. Love football. Hey, how are you all? I'm good anyway. Warren says he's good as well. All right. It's good. Love football. To have you on here. Let's spread the love. We're very good, thanks. I hope you're enjoying the show. What do you think about Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona? And what do you think? Would you start Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang against Sunday? And would you start him for the first Premier League game against Brentford? Considering he hasn't been playing good football at all, he's not in form, and he's just not doing business at the moment. I would only play a 4 there, to be honest, in my opinion. But let me know what you think about that. Love football. Smash the like on the video and smash the subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like on the video for me, guys. I appreciate it. And I've been losing a couple of subscribers recently, so to get a couple of subscribers in the bag would be nice. Imperative views, I'm going to put that comment up, guys. He signed Coutinho, Dembele, and Griezmann for 120 million, 110 million, and 120 million respectively in about 4 to 5 years. He was playing Monopoly, disregarding the dire states of finances at Barca. I think so. I'm trying to say the dire states. Yeah, he signed Coutinho, Dembele, and Griezmann for 120 million, 110 million, and 120 million respectively in about 4 or 5 years. Yeah, he was definitely playing Monopoly with them. He was playing Russian roulette, guys. And he tried to keep them up there, tried to keep them where they were. In the end, the slide and the slip was inevitable. It was always going to happen. And Lionel Messi and his talents, he tried as well, guys, to keep Barcelona up there. But in the end, guys, it's a bit of something like that's going to happen. They got found out in the Champions League, guys, as did Real, in fairness. The league, of course, in Spain, guys, last year was won by Atletico, not Real, and not Barcelona. Atletico won it, guys, and deservedly so. Luis Suarez there, with a ton of goals, guys, to help him towards the league title. Yeah, most importantly, none of these 3 signings worked. I'd agree with that because they didn't hit the heights. Coutinho didn't hit the heights that he did when he was at Liverpool. Griezmann, Dembele, they struggled, guys, to really find the form, to find the rhythm. It was a tough time for all of them. What do you think is going to be the result on Sunday, guys? I know it's a pre-season friendly, but it is against the old enemy. It is against Tottenham Hotspur. What do you think is going to be that result? Do you think we're going to play well in that game? What do you think Arteta is going to do in the first Premier League match? How do you think he's going to set things up? I saw Warren's 11, the team he would play. Like I said, I agree with that except for Elneny. It's a good starting 11 apart from that. Yeah, when we have Emile Smith-Rowe and Saka and Tierney in the team, guys, those three players for me are like the standout players of last season. Tierney, Smith-Rowe, and Saka. He could have been Gabriel Martinelli as well, except he wasn't utilised, wasn't playing enough. Hopefully that'll change in the new season, guys. Hopefully Granit Xhaka will do a Conor McGregor on it and hurt his ankle, and then we can have a good season. I'm not wishing the player any ill will. I mean, just a little leg break, nothing life-threatening. That's him out of the way then. Xhaka's out of the way, guys. He's done a Conor McGregor on it. We'd have a good season, I'd say. You know, I honestly mean that when I wish him all the best of luck before the start of the season. Break a leg, Xhaka. Break a leg. You know what I mean? Break a leg. You know what I mean? Don't take it offensively, guys. It's a message of goodwill from me, Xhaka. Break a leg, son. Okay. Imperative views, 1-1. Yeah, I think it's going to be... I think it could be a few more goals like that. It could be a score draw. If we score, who do you think is going to score for us? Getting straight to the point. I really don't want to see Aubameyang play, and I'm serious. I think a little bit of a timeout for him on the bench like that, or not even in the team. I think it will do him the world of good, guys, because he's going to come back with a bit of fire in his belly. He doesn't seem to have any fire in his belly, guys. And I mean, you can't be overlooking guys like Aziz. You can't be overlooking Balogun, and you can't be overlooking Eddie Nketiah. And for me, that's just wrong, guys. They deserve their opportunity, guys. They deserve a chance. And the other thing is, guys, Harry Kane going to feature in the game. He hasn't been training with Spurs all week. He hasn't even turned up for training. He says he's going to turn up for training tomorrow, guys. And honestly, does he expect he's going to walk into the team ahead of guys that have been there training all week and maybe deserve it? They deserve a chance to play. For whatever reason, he didn't go to training, guys. I don't know. But yeah, the Spurs coach, guys, is going to have a chat to him one-on-one. It's going to be interesting. Imperative views with another comment, guys. His starting 11 would be Leno, Chambers, Ben White, Mari, Tierney. Okay, so back four, Chambers, Ben White, Mari, and Tierney. Then he would have Elneny, Xhaka, Pepe, ESR, Saka, and Aubameyang. I believe this is what Arteta would select. Okay, this is what you believe Arteta would select. And then he would definitely sub on Willian, even though we need goals. He's going to put on a guy that slows the pace down and doesn't do much. He's definitely going to bring on Willian. I mean, he'll bring on the opposite of what we need, just like in the Europa League semi-final second leg. He'll take off Auba and he'll put on Willian, even though we need a goal, and just nullify everything and just slow us down to his pace. No need to build up ahead of steam. Slow it all down and just lose the game respectively. That's what he's up for. That's what he likes. Yeah, he loves Elneny. I mean, he's a real fanboy. He loves Xhaka. There's definitely something going on between the two of them, I'd say. There's definitely some kind of relationship, you know. Definitely Arteta and Xhaka. Definitely they're having some kind of relationship, I'd say. Pepe, ESR, Saka, I agree with that. Auba, yeah. Like I said, this is the team that Arteta's going to play. But what team would you play in Imperative Views? Okay, that's the team Arteta's going to play. What team would you play? What team would you have start? Obviously, this team, you know, saying about Elneny, Xhaka, Auba, my God. Chambers isn't a bad player, in fairness to him. Tierney's a great player. Smith-Rowe, Saka, great players. Pepe cost us £72 million, guys, back in the day. For me, he still has to fulfill his promise. He hasn't done it for me at all, guys. Would I sell Joe Willock for 25 million? You would personally sell him? Yeah, I would. I think that's a done deal already. I think that deal is in the bag. I think it's been a done deal. The player's already gone to Newcastle, and the 25 million has been agreed. I would sell him because I think we have a lot of players that can play in that position. But I honestly believe we messed up last season, not because we sent him to Newcastle on loan, because he was bang in form that season. He got regular game time, and he was a different player altogether. Incredible player, fantastic finishing. I have a lot of time for him. I think a lot of the player. We should have called him back from Newcastle. He was still our player. He was only out on loan. We should have called him back from Newcastle, guys, and we should have actually got him in the team, guys, because he was like a different player. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I was watching some of the highlights of the football, guys. I was watching Match of the Day, and I was watching the highlights, guys, and I was watching Willock smashing the ball into the net in most of the games he played, hammering the ball towards goal. And if he wasn't doing that, guys, he was picking the ball up with nothing on, running straight through the midfield, right at the back four of the opposition. Even if he scored, guys, a lot of times he scored himself. Sometimes he drew the players in. They took him out of it, guys, unfairly. The ball broke, and one of his Newcastle teammates smashed it in. So he created many openings for them, guys. And like I said, he's gone to Newcastle now, guys. He's a Newcastle United player. But I think that was the biggest failure last season. And when he was on fire, he got regular game time, guys. He was a different player. Unrecognisable. He was the goal against Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool were on top, guys. They were looking for the 3 points. They were cruising towards victory until he just smashed the ball into the net from 25 yards. Absolutely rocket. We should have pulled him back last season, guys, when he was banging form, because we needed someone. And he would have done the business for us. Compare him to Xhaka at this period, guys. I mean, they're like chalk and cheese. It's men against boys. Willock being the man and Xhaka being the boy. When he got regular game time, guys, he was a different player. I don't want to repeat myself now again, but that's how it was. Incredible last season for Newcastle, guys, and that's what got him that 25 million deal. Steve Bruce was falling over himself trying to sign the player, guys. That is good money for us. I do feel sad that he's not going to be playing with the team, guys. The next season he's going to be a Newcastle player. Because to be honest, I like the player, guys, and I would like him getting a proper chance. And you see what I did against Newcastle when he got a run, guys. Arteta never gave him a proper shot, guys. And it's like that whole Arsene Wenger thing by never giving Podolski a proper shot. You know what I mean? A player like Lucas Podolski with his international experience, cannon of a left foot. It's like that. It's like that situation all over again. Wenger and Podolski, Arteta and Willock. You know what I mean? Never gave the guy a chance. All right, Imperative Views with another one. So this is your team, Imperative Views. Okay, let's see. Leno, Cedric, Ben White, Mari, Tierney, Sambi, Xhaka, Pepe, Isar, Saka, Laka. Okay, I would go with that, except for Xhaka, of course, but I'm not the biggest fan of Granit Xhaka. He says he feels like he's at home now at the Emirates after signing that new contract. It looked for so long like he was going to go to AS Roma, guys. Now he's at Arsenal, 4-year contract, or 5-year, I think, 5-year contract, guys. He feels like he's at home. Well, now it's time for him to start repaying that faith, guys. And we want to see improvement. We want to see better performances from him. The way he played against Switzerland, the way he played for Switzerland in the Euros, guys, why can't he play for Arsenal like that? I mean, it's like 2 different players out there. Of course, maybe the competition in the Premier League is more intense, and there's maybe better players in there, guys. It's definitely competitive. It's more competitive, if you ask me. That might sound crazy saying it's more competitive than the Euros and international competition, but for me, the Premier League is extremely competitive, and Xhaka gets found out. Now he says he feels like he's at home. Time to repay the fans then. Time to repay the club. They've given him a new contract when he hasn't done well for the club at all. So let's see. He needs to repay the faith in the club, guys, that the club have shown in him. Because for me, I wouldn't have let him anywhere near the club door. You know what I mean? I would have given him to Roma for 5 million, or just let them have him for free, just to get rid of the player. He's not entitled to keep another player, guys, that's training hard and that's playing better than him out of the starting 11. Xhaka's not good enough for that. You know what I mean? A starting place in the team, guys. If his talent now is as big as his ego, yeah, we'd be doing all right. You know what I mean? Deluded. Very little talent. if Shaka's talent was as good as his ego, guys, we'd be doing alright. You know what I mean? But this isn't a witch hunt on Shaka. I'm sure deep down inside he knows how bad a player he is. I mean, he's not stupid. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Imperative Views again with another one in. Thank you for tuning in, Imperative Views. I appreciate it. And thank you also to Warren from Warren's Team Talk. Joe Willock scored a few heading goals, which really surprised me. We never seem to see that side of him. But 25 million is very tempting if we're going to reinvest. Exactly. The 25 million we have gotten for Willock, because it's a done deal now, like I said, he's going to Newcastle. The 25 million that we have got for him, we can reinvest that. We do need a CEM and we do need a real striker. I mean, we have another 3.5 weeks till the transfer window closes, guys. So let's see what happens. Excuse me. We have another 3.5 weeks in the transfer window closes, guys, so see what's going on. But it's only 7 games till the first league game, guys. It's only 7 matches. And we need to hit the ground running against Brentford. I would not play Aubameyang, like I said. I think it would be a big mistake to play him. He's bang out of form. He couldn't score in a... I'll let you fill in the blank there, guys. Aubameyang couldn't score in a... answers there, guys, on a postcard, please, if you know what I'm talking about. I think a lot of guys out there do, especially if they've been to Amsterdam. All right, guys, let's keep it clean there. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep going with it. I'm just going to get a bit of agua before I pass out. All right. Comparative views, I think he agrees with me a little bit about that. We're talking about Granit Xhaka, guys. The international games are slow compared to PL games. When Xhaka gets time on the ball, he looks decent. When he's pressed, his fragility and mistakes appear. Yeah, I think that sums it up really. But the real problem lies with Mikel Arteta, of course, for playing the likes of him in the first place and for keeping him at the club. And when Roma didn't come in for him, to be honest, there was no reason to sign him, to offer him a new contract like that for 5 years. If he has to stay on the bench or in the reserves for the rest of his time until he hits a bit of form, the last year or so on his contract, then I would have done that. I would have done that instead of giving him that extended contract. It does not make sense to me. Keeping a limited player like him in the team, you can only field 11 players out there, guys, at the start of the game, remember. He's not worthy of a starting position, in my opinion. So why keep him on? You know what I mean? He says now he feels at home at the Emirates. Time to repay the fake, Granit. Time to actually do the business for Arsenal. If he was for Arsenal, he's never done the business, guys. Never. He gets 1 goal in a blue moon, guys, a Hail Mary goal. The keeper doesn't see it in the sunlight, and Xhaka thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo. He has the cheek then to walk up to guys at the end of the game and actually shake their hand like he's worthy to. I mean, if I was some of these guys out there, like, you know what I mean? He goes up and he's shaking Kevin De Bruyne's hand. The difference between him and De Bruyne, guys, De Bruyne is 10 times the player Xhaka will ever be in reality. In Xhaka's brain, in his mind, who knows what he's thinking? I'm not going to get into that now. I could slate that player all day, guys. I'll try to keep it constructive, but thank you for that comment to Premier Views. I appreciate it. The international games are slow compared to the Premier League games. And it's right about Xhaka. As soon as he gets pressed, his fragility and his mistakes appear. And when he loses the ball, guys, anybody can lose the ball, but he loses in dangerous areas. And the problem is, he doesn't have the pace and the guile to get back and make a covering challenge to him. He can't get back and make the difference, guys. You need to be able to do that, you know. You lose the ball, fair enough. But then, full flight up and try to get back and try to win the ball back. You can't always do it, but at least make an effort. He just gives up and he's just done. He's just done with the turn. He turns like a tortoise. He turns like a snail into trouble, guys. Loses the ball in that dangerous area, like just between the midfield and the defence. And they're in. You know what I mean? It's a counter. They get the ball quickly. They move it sharp. Their brains function better than his. They can move the ball fast. They're not waiting till Christmas to release the ball. 1 goal in the blue moon, guys. He doesn't do it for me. I wouldn't start Xhaka in any game this season. But a pair of views, thank you for your comment. And I agree with the rest of your starting 11, except for Granit Xhaka. I wouldn't play him at all. I know Thomas Partey is injured, but I would go to the reserves. I would go to the under-21s if I have to. I would pick anyone. Pick anyone instead of him. But you know who's a player Arsenal need to try out? You know who they could give a shot against Spurs? It may sound crazy. Biret, the player that came from Fulham, this young player we're after signing. I think he's 18 years of age. Guys, he scored 21 goals in 21 games. Say no more about it. For the under-21s, guys, he scored 21 goals in 21 games for Fulham. Serious player. He's an absolute goal machine, guys. He's a terror. I would definitely give him a shot, guys. He's banging in the goals. Just to see what he could do. The previews. Shaka is definitely, I'm going to put this up there from Imperative Views, guys, and I'd like to thank him for the comment and for tuning in. Also to Warren, I'd like to thank him from Warren's Team Talk. Shaka is definitely starting every game. He wouldn't have agreed to extend his contract if he wasn't given the assurances about the game time. Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, that looks to be the way it's going. That's the truth. Why he's going to be given all that game time, but he's a very limited player. I mean, Arteta is, that decision alone, he should lose his job. Edwin him by two complete yes men, you know what I mean? Dim and Xhaka by, deluded. Xhaka's ability, he fades in games, and it doesn't have to be against Chelsea. In fairness to Crystal Palace, they do more than he does, and he's found wanting in those games. Patrick Vieira, I'd say, can't wait to lock horns with Mikel Arteta, guys. When Palace play Arsenal, we're going to have to play them twice in the season, guys, home and away. I know that Patrick Vieira is going to be well up for that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Aziz, Charlie Patino, yeah, why not? Aziz for me, the way he looked in January and the way he looked last month, guys, when they showed him in training at the end of last month, that's 6 months, guys. He's after turning into a bull. You know what I mean? Aziz has got serious. He never skipped his day, guys. That's what it looked like. Aziz never skipped legs day in the gym. You know what I mean? He never skipped leg day, guys. He really built himself up. I would definitely give him a shot, guys. Xhaka, man, why did I give him such a contract and he's staying at the club for longer? He's just a rubbish player. The fact that he stayed at Arsenal is only because no other club would come in for him. No one else want him, guys. He's not good enough. Roma wouldn't even pay 17 million is nothing, guys. You know what I mean? And Roma wouldn't even pay 17 million for him. All right, they may be a little bit cash strapped, but they know that the player's not worth 17 million. It's not that much in today's game, guys. We should have given them to him for 10 million. Take it or leave it, guys. If they don't, take him on loan. But get rid of the player. The worst possible situation, guys, is that Granit Xhaka has stayed at the club for the new season. It's as simple as that. It's a real bad omen for the team, guys. If he's going to be playing regularly, guys, we're going to have a nothing season. Think about this now, guys. The teams in competition with us, guys, in the Premier League, they have sold and bought better than we have in the transfer period, guys. They were already ahead of us, guys. Now they're further ahead. We need to get back in the top 6, guys. Our aim this season is not to win the FA Cup and not to avoid relegation. Our aim this season, which could be another aim, is to avoid relegation, guys. With Arteta's management style and Xhaka in the midfield, we might just be able to avoid relegation. But our aim this season, guys, is to get back into Europe. Champions League. You know what I mean? We need to finish in the top 6, guys. We need to get back into Europe. That's what we need to do to attract some players, guys. We need to be successful. We need to get back into Europe. That is phase 1 of this. Obviously, we can't think about winning the league. We're nowhere near that level. It's laughable. But get back into Europe, that is our aim. We have a slim chance of doing that. I think it's going to be a real battle. But if we get back into Europe, we can count this season as success, guys. It can be seen as a success for the club if we get that European place. That's how I see it. I've been realistic with you guys. I can't honestly see us. It's going to be very hard, guys. Yeah, let me just put up this comment from Imperative Views. Charlie Patino is apparently the most talented youngster to come out of Haaland over the likes of Wiltshire and Saka. Yeah, there's been so many players coming out of the Haaland Academy. The talk has been endless about Patino. Obviously, they've been mentioning, like you said, Wiltshire, Saka. I actually saw Wiltshire play back in the day, but I'm going back a long time now, guys. I actually saw him play in 2014 at the Emirates. I was impressed with him. He's a great singer. I'll say that for Wiltshire. he knows a good old song or two after the old FA Cup wins. You know what I mean? He knows a good old couple of Tottenham songs. So there we go. Wiltshire can sing a tune, guys. He's a talented guy on the mic. Great sense of humour. You know what I mean? So that's it, guys. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I've been on now for over an hour. I would like to thank Imperative Views for tuning in. I appreciate it. And also Warren. I'm pushing for monetization, guys. It's going slowly enough, but I'm uploading every day. And to be honest, guys, I'm enjoying it. And that's the main thing. I'm enjoying doing the live streams. I'm enjoying doing my old school Gunner fan cam where I have guests on. I'm enjoying doing my little short uploads. And I'm also enjoying doing this live stream, Old School Gunner Transfer Daily Life. I'm enjoying uploading every day, guys, and making content. And that's the main thing. I'm enjoying it at the moment. I have enough time. I'm having a good time, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I would like to thank Imperative Views once more for coming on. Nice to talk to you and to know your thoughts and your opinions. Also, thank you to Warren at Warren's Team Talk. Check out his channel, guys. Please smash the like, guys. Smash the subscribe for me. I will keep up the great content. I'm going to be uploading every day, guys. Tomorrow again, I will be on at maybe 12 midday. I think that's 4 p.m. British Standard Time, 12:40 a.m. here in Venezuela. So 4 p.m. British Standard Time, guys, I will have my live stream again. My Transfer Daily Live. So check that out, guys. Do it a favor. Please smash that like, guys. Smash that subscribe. Play my playlist once or twice, guys. I'm pushing for monetization. So if any out there can play my playlist, I appreciate it. Take it easy, guys. All the best. And I'll see you tomorrow. Come on, Gooners. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace.